Gacha-like mini movie is called The Mute Tomboy Part 2, so I will have Part 1 and the original in the description down below. You just spoke? Yes, you did. We all heard you. Don't go denying it now. Billy, I thought you were mute. I am. You quite literally just contradicted yourself there, Billy. Really, Bryce? This is the girl you left me for? You left me for a liar? Enough with that. You can speak if you want to. So all this time you were mute. You weren't really mute, huh? You were? Then how come you spoke? I don't know. Oh my gosh, he seems so disappointed. I got it. Maybe, just maybe, someone's been forcing you to be mute all this time. Perhaps your biological mother? That's it. You must have mommy issues over your mom. So you're refusing to speak because of her. See, you guys? She clearly has some unhealthy obsession over her mom that she's even made herself mute because of her. So being the considerate person I am, I want to help her get over her obsession that she has of her mother. And that can only be done by getting rid of the only thing she has left of her jacket. So let me carry on from where I left off. No! There's a reason why the teacher warned us about her coming here. She's crazy. Why else would she be expelled from every school she's ever been to? And fake being mute. Bryce, baby, can you please help me up? Oh my gosh, he probably hates me now. Now he's going to get back with Alexa and probably never speak to me again. What have I done? Here. Thank you, Brycey. Billy! Billy, wait! What the heck, Bryce? Hey, what's with all this yelling? You're totally killing the vibe on the dance floor. Yeah, we can hardly hear the music because of all of you. What?
Anywho, it's clear she has some sort of obsession over this jacket. And obsessions aren't good for anyone. So I'll be getting rid of her obsession.
Her jacket! Oh no, I forgot to watch over it. Poor Billy. Poor Billy! And will someone help me up already? You deserved it for trying to burn her mother's jacket. Who do you think you are trying to do such a thing? Who does she think she is by stealing my boyfriend and pretending to be mute? What? Are you seriously trying to make her out to be a liar on that too? She is mute. Oh, really? Really? Okay then. Show him the video again, Noelle, and forward it.
Now's your time to shine, little jacket! No! Don't you dare touch the jacket! You just spoke!
Yes, she spoke. Therefore, she wasn't mute all this time. See, your precious little friend isn't so innocent after all. I need to go find her. But dude. Seriously? Now what? They must have all recorded me speaking too. Now everyone thinks I'm a liar, but I'm not. They just don't understand. No one understands. Or no one cares to understand. Now everyone hates me. Even Bryce. Who knows what I'm going to do when I get home to Kelly and Garrett too. I'm doomed. Billy, are you okay? Don't leave, please. I just poured my heart out to you in the pool earlier. I'm not going to let you go that quickly. What happened? Is it true? You were lying about being... No, of course not. But you just... It's hard to explain. But I'm not a liar. I just wish someone would just believe me. If you're afraid of me, then I understand. Join them, hate me, whatever you want. I'll be sent to a new school tomorrow after this whole situation anyways. You'll never have to see me again. Now, just Go, Bryce. Hey, I said go! Gino! So it's true. You can speak. Why didn't you ever tell me? So all this time you said you were mute. You've just been lying? What? No! You learned sign language just to keep up with a lie? Of course not! How dare you accuse me, interrogate me with all these questions when you're the reason all this happened? Alexa wouldn't have ever gotten a hold of my mother's jacket if it hadn't been for you abandoning it in the open. You promised you'd watch over my jacket, and you lied. Whatever. Honestly, it's a good thing I didn't watch over it, or else the truth about you still wouldn't have been revealed right now. The truth? The truth about what? About you being a two-faced liar all this time. You're really not mute. You've been lying for attention this past week you've been here at the school. No, I haven't. Then how in the world are you speaking right now? You wouldn't understand. Yes, I would. No, you really wouldn't. And plus, it's too personal. Too personal, huh? I don't buy it. What? Maybe, just maybe, you don't have a reason. It's not personal. It's not hard to understand. It just doesn't exist because you're a liar. Just admit it. You were never mute. You did all this for attention because you're not a good person like you make yourself out to be. No wonder no one else wanted to be your friend. Clearly they knew what sort of trouble you were, but I blindly ignored them and trusted you anyways. And you went and betrayed me. I had to learn sign language for my brother who's deaf, and you did it to pull off an act? No. Oh, so you can't speak again? You know what? Just forget it. I thought we were best friends, but now I don't even know who you are anymore. Goodbye, Billy. I hope to never speak to you ever again. No! Gino! You were all I had left. I don't even know why I'm here anymore. It's clear I'm not wanted here. Not by anyone. It'll be better for everyone if I just leave. It was only to get back at her for ruining our love. I know she's the reason you broke up with me. I broke up with you because of a lot of reasons. She was just one of them. Ugh. So what? You really chose that tomboy over me? That liar? She's not a liar. Are you seriously trying to defend someone that's been proven? Nothing has been proven. Ugh. She spoke. What more proof do you need? She doesn't deserve your love. I do. So please take me back. I need to go. Billy, where are you going? I'm leaving, and I'm never coming back, just like how you all want. I don't want that. Yes, you do, whether you want to admit it or not. I know I'm just a burden on your life. That's all I've ever been on everyone's life. So now, I'll make things easier for you to get your life back into shape. I'm leaving this place. You'll never have to see me again. But I hope you and Alexa have a great life together, because she's much more of a match for you than I am. She's pretty, popular, has a great reputation, and I'm just some trashy tomboy that nobody will ever like. But I like you. And how long is that going to last? A week? A month? Then you'll get bored and go back with your old type. I would never. Oh, please, just shut it already. I'm sick of this. Just let me go. This will never work. But, Billy. Bye, Bryce. Wait, now how am I going to get home? Bryce was my ride. I guess I'll have to take the bus then. Everyone thinks I'm a liar now. I've lost the only friend I ever had and the only guy I've ever loved. Who knows what Carrie and Garrett are going to say about this once I get home. But it's okay. I don't care if the whole world turns against me. As long as I have something of you left to cherish, Mom, I'll be content for the rest of my life. I miss you so much. You've reached your stop. Here goes nothing. Huh? You! Callie and Garrett aren't here. They're probably asleep or something, which means they'll probably scold me once they wake up and find out what's happened tomorrow. Oh well, I'll worry about that tomorrow. Well, look who finally arrived. What? Don't act all innocent. We saw the video. It's been spread all over the neighborhood. And enough with those hands. If you have anything to say it with your mouth. Because we know you're not really mute. What? A video of you speaking at a party has been posted and seen by almost everyone in the neighborhood. Now, because of you lying to us unknowingly all these months, everyone thinks we're a liar and pretended you were mute. You know how much damage this has done to our reputation. Why didn't you just tell us you weren't mute? Why did you lie? For attention? Speak then. The truth is already out. You continuing to play this false act is only making you look even more stupid. That's it. I've had enough of you. You clearly have no use for us anymore, so we want you out. No, please don't kick me out. Oh, we're going to kick you out, and this is something we should have done months ago. Because of you, everyone now thinks we're a fraud who purposely faked our adopted daughter having mutism. You've ruined our credibility, and for that, we want nothing to do with you anymore. But if you want to beg us to let you stay, tell us with your words and admit to us you're a liar. I'm not lying. I can't. Then get out now. Billy, are you okay? Wait, how did you find me here? Well, when you left the party, I assumed you went back to your place. And since I dropped you off a dozen times before, I remembered where your house was, so I drove there so I could comfort you. Now I found you crying on the road here. So, you followed me? What the heck is wrong with you? I told you to leave me alone. What do you understand about that? But, Billy... No! Get away from me, you creep, and leave me alone! But you don't have anywhere to go. You're out here on the street at the middle of the night crying. I presume because you have nowhere to stay for the night. Yeah? So? So, it's not safe for you to be wandering around at night with no place to go. Well, I don't have anywhere to go, so what can I do? You can stay over at my place. What? You know, for tonight, since you have nowhere to go. Fine. But only because I have nowhere else to go. Alright, come on, let's go. Today has officially been a disaster. Not only have I been made out to be a liar, I lost my only friend Gino. And Callie and Gary have kicked me out of the house, practically leaving me homeless. The only choice I have now is to go back to foster care, but no way do I want to go back. I'd rather be on the streets. Thankfully, Bryce is letting me stay over, but what happens tomorrow? I'll be alone and have no one again. Then what am I going to do? Why didn't you stay, Mom? Like you promised. Billy, I made you hot cocoa. Whoa, are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. Just leave the hot chocolate on the nightstand. Are you sure you're fine? Yeah, I'm fine. Now get out and leave me alone. I said get out now. Huh? Hey. What the? I'm not leaving until you tell me what's wrong. Are you kidding me? Does it look like I'm kidding? Come on, I just want to be alone. Tough luck. I'm staying here all night. Dude! The only way I'll leave is if you tell me what's wrong. So? Fine. I'm sad about my life. What? About how it's going to end up. Now that I've been kicked out of my adopted parents. You've been kicked out? Why? Because they think I lied about being mute. They don't care to understand what really happened since they never truly wanted me. Now I'm practically homeless. I have nowhere else to go other than back to foster care. There's no way I'm going back there. So now I have no idea what to do. It's okay. You can stay with me as long as you like. Really? Of course. Thank you. Billy, though I trust that you were truly mute this past week, how are you speaking right now? You don't have to explain if you don't want to. No, I'll tell you. You deserve to know after all you've done for me today anyways. This'll all make more sense if I just explain from the beginning. So, my mother was a teen mom. She had me at 16 by her current boyfriend at the time. She was absolutely terrified, and her initial instinct was to hide it. But over time, she realized she had to tell everyone because her belly was becoming more noticeable every day. However, when she told my dad, who was her boyfriend at the time, he wanted nothing to do with me, nor her, and broke up with her on the spot. And when she told her parents, they screamed at her, called her a disappointment, and kicked her out. Gosh, that's terrible. Yup, but regardless of everything that happened, because she had me, she didn't ever want to take it out on me. In fact, after all that happened, she knew she couldn't depend on others and had to step up her game. So, like the hard worker she always was, she started working 3 different jobs, all while she was with me, so she'd be able to support me financially once I was born. Soon after all her hard work, she was able to get an apartment to rent. It wasn't anything fancy, but it enabled us to have a roof under our heads and somewhere to call home, and I will always appreciate her for that. And once I was born, she was truly the best mother I could ever ask for. Yes, she might have not been as well off financially like other mothers at my nursery, and by that I mean she wasn't always able to buy me all the cool toys like the rest of the kids in my class had, or new shoes, or pretty clothes, but she was able to give me all her love in the world. She'd always arrive at my school plays, help me with my homework, and play ridiculous sports with me. She didn't even mind my terrible choice of clothing. As long as I was happy, she was happy. And that's something I'll appreciate more than any materialistic item in the world. I loved her with all my heart, and she loved me with hers. But one day after school had just ended, she never arrived to pick me up. Billy is going to be so happy once I get her this bike. Hey! Give us all that money. What? You heard us, lady. Give it to us. No! Get off me! This is for my baby girl. I've been saving this up for months so I can finally buy her a bike like she always wanted. Boo-hoo! We don't care. Give us that cash right now. Never! We can do this the easy way or the hard way. You are not taking my hard-earned money. I guess you leave us with no choice. The only thing left of her was her favorite purple jacket. And that's why it's so precious to me, because it's all I have left of her. But after that night, I knew something had changed about not only my life, but myself too. So, what's your name, sweetie? Are you okay, hun? Oh, please don't cry. Can someone help me over here? I realized I couldn't speak. I had developed something known as selective mutism. My mother was the only one I was comfortable being with and speaking around. But once she was gone, I had no one I was comfortable with. Therefore, my body didn't want to let myself speak. not to anyone. And once I was taken to foster care, things got worse. And my mutism got worse too. I was no longer even able to speak alone anymore. My body felt that the need to express my feelings verbally was pointless. So I remained silent all the time. And because of all of what I endured, I became what they considered a troubled kid. I fought back, misbehaved, didn't listen to the rules. Get back here! And once I was adopted by some rich couple, I knew the only reason they wanted me was because I was mute and troubled. Why? So I could boost up their reputation. Adopting a kid who is different and needs help makes them seem like nicer people since they're willing to put up with me. And their aim was to turn me into a good, kind, respectable girl at the end. But of course, I refused to let that happen. We're so happy to. I still continued to misbehave, got kicked out of several schools, and it drove them nuts. And it's not like they tried to resolve the problems I had. All they did was send me to my room once they got irritated with me. They didn't actually care. And after a ton of schools, the final school I was sent to was Eastwood, our current school, where I met Gino, my first friend ever, and you. And although I didn't speak for the past week I've been here, it was because, actually, before today at the party, I had never spoken out loud in the past 5 years. The fact that I'm speaking right now is mind-blowing to me. But I guess once I realized Alexa was going to burn my mother's jacket, the only thing I had left of her, it was too much to hold back, and finally my body gave in and let me verbally express my anger. No! And thankfully, I still have it with me because of that. But it did ruin my life in a way. Gino assumed I lied for attention and no longer wants to be friends. I was kicked out of Carrie and Garrett's house since, because that happened, I was only doing more harm to their reputation than good. And now I'm homeless and having to rely on you to live in a safe place. And now still, I can't speak out loud if I'm not comfortable enough with whomever I'm around. So that's it. That's why I'm speaking right now, and why I spoke at the party. And despite the fact me speaking out did sorta destroy my life, I'm grateful I was able to do it anyways. I'd do anything to keep a part of my mother safe, and anything if I could just have her back. It's okay, let it out. I'm here. Thank you. Well, I'll leave you alone now, like I promised. No, wait! Could you stay instead, please? Of course. Oh my gosh, the tomboy actually arrived to school today. She lied about being mute, too. Oh, look who it is! My ex-boyfriend and the psycho tomboy! Just ignore them. They'll do anything to push your buttons. Don't let their words overpower you. I'm here. You know that? I know. I'm going to get my book. I'll be right back. Alright, I'll be waiting. Gino! Gino, can we please talk? There's nothing to talk about. Don't speak to me. You got your book? Mm-hmm. Alright, let's go then. Isn't that the attention seeker who lied about being mute? Don't say that. She might be up like she did with Alexa if she hears you. Yeah, that shorty gets mad fast. This sort of thing carried on every single day for the next week. Whenever I'd arrive at school, people would immediately start spreading gossip about my arrival. And whenever I'd go to class, people would move their chairs away from me in fear or whatever. Alexa and her gang would constantly name call me, pick on me for being a tomboy and a liar. She'd even go as far as saying, "You're lucky you got away last time. This time, once I get a hold of that ugly jacket of yours, I'm cremating it." And I never did anything about it, because the last thing I wanted was to get expelled from another school again. And Gino, He wouldn't even bother looking at me and would just leave whenever I tried to start a conversation. It was clear he didn't want to be friends anymore, no matter how much I tried to explain the truth to him. So eventually, I just gave up, but thankfully, through all of this, I still had Bryce to lean to. And once school was over, we'd go home, chill, and watch a movie till midnight. I loved hanging out with him, and we'd have the best times. He was truly the only person I could be myself with. And I couldn't help but think back to that night at the party when we kissed at the pool. How I wanted that moment to never end. But it did. We never spoke about it since. But regardless, I didn't want to bring it up in case it would spark problems. I was just glad I had him beside me throughout all of this chaos. And in response, I then... I gotta go to math now. You're going to be okay? Yeah, I'll be fine. My class is only in 15 minutes anyways. I can survive 15 minutes without you, Bryce. Just making sure. Alright then. Well, I'll see you after class. Bye. I should probably go get my book for the next class to spare the time. Oh, did you come to get your book, Shorty? Did you? The least you can do is respond. Are you really that rude? Go on then, speak, tomboy. Yeah, do you want your book or not? That's not an answer. You liar, stop being so greedy for attention. Do you see, people, how desperate she is? She's been proven to be a liar, yet she's still trying to hold on to the act that she's mute. All to gain pity and sympathy from people. You may have been able to steal my boyfriend with this poor me act, Shorty, but you won't be able to trick the rest of us. You want your book? Then use your words and ask. What am I going to do? No one believes me. They all think I'm a liar. But in reality, they just don't know the whole story. How would they know? I haven't told them, but how can I? There's no way in the world I'll be able to speak in front of everyone and tell them the truth. I can't. I can hardly speak right now after being confronted by all those people.
Attention, pupils! Anyone and everyone in the field must head into school now and get ready for their next class. Thank you!
What? That's it! I can speak the truth to everyone using the school speakers and tell them the truth without having to face them. How do I even use this thing? Blah, 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 blah. That's how. I'm probably going to get in so much trouble for this. But this is the only way I'll be able to get my message out to everyone. Here goes nothing. Hello?
Yeah, this is Billy. This is Billy.
You know, the tomboy, the shorty, the mute girl, the mute tomboy, the liar, whatever you know me as. I'm speaking today so I can get my side of the story out. Alexa has been telling you all a lot of things right now. About how I stole her boyfriend, how I'm a liar. But let me explain. I am mute. My mother was all I had, the only person I could lean to. I lost her. And from that point on, the ability to speak felt useless. The purple velvet jacket you always see around my waist, it was her favorite. Oh, and how am I speaking, you may ask? I only stay mute in certain situations with people I'm not comfortable with, don't know very well, and the list goes on. And that day I spoke up when Alexa was going to burn the only jacket of my mom's I had left. It was out of frustration and anger and wanting to finally be heard. I have nothing else but that. And taking it away from me would be like locking me in a room and throwing away the key. So, regardless of everything, I finally reacted and talked. I said no and pushed her away to avoid losing another piece of my mother again. So That's why I finally spoke up and why I pushed her away. But no, I'm the bad guy here regardless. In defense to protect my mother's jackets. But the person who purposely went, stole, and tried to burn her jacket, and even now tells me she will still try, is the good guy? And why did she do all of this? Oh, right. Because her boyfriend had enough of her arrogant behavior and dumped her. So, in retaliation, she thought of getting rid of the most precious thing to me, and destroying my reputation would be the best revenge. But let me tell you here, Alexa, this sort of thing will never benefit you in life. You lost your boyfriend from your own attitude, not because of me or anyone else.
Instead of focusing on yourself and becoming a better person, you seek out to hurt others in order to benefit yourself.
Because of your petty and vengeful behavior, I lost the only person I still had close to me. That being Gino, the only friend I ever had.
And Gino, if you're listening, I just want you to know I'm sorry.
I know you don't trust me and you believe I did this for attention, but I didn't. I would never hurt you in any way or make a mockery of something you've had to deal with. After all, you were my best friend, and still are. I'd never lied to you in any way. We may have only been best friends for a week, but it felt like we've known each other for a lifetime.
And whether you want to be friends again is up to you. But I want you to know, no matter what, I'll always be there and have your back for you whenever you need me.
And I will always support your future decisions. And yes, I do ship you with Marcus
If you're wondering, you two are so cute together.
Anyways, the last thing I want to say is that, Alexa,
You solely did all of this to me in revenge for me stealing.
Bryce, and I just like you to know
I didn't steal him. He realized what a terrible person you truly were. Cause, let's be real.
you never liked him in the way of a true girlfriend would. You didn't care for his heart, you cared for his looks and popularity.
He helped boost up your reputation in the school and give you popularity. And once he dumped you, you knew you were going to lose all of that.
So that's why you spread lies and tried to ruin my life. And the fact that Bryce stood by me
And didn't tell me once throughout this whole situation shows he never cared about materialistic benefits from me. He cared about my heart, just as I cared about his.
And Bryce, I'd like you to know that I will always appreciate what you've done for me. When the whole world was against me, you stayed with me always. And for that, as much as I never wanted to do this,
In my life, for goodness sakes, I'm in love with you.
So that's it. That's my story. And if you guys still won't understand and want to carry on feeding to the rumors, then fine. But I wanted to get this out there anyways. What in the world did I do? Now I have no choice but to go outside and face everyone. I'm so going to get a detention for this. What? We believe you. We support you. Thank you. What? How dare you? What sort of stunt do you think you were pulling by saying that on the school speaker? Now you've made everyone think I'm a bad person. No, Alexa. I didn't make anyone think you're a bad person. You are a bad person. Ugh. And now that everyone knows that, you're complaining? You seriously need help. Instead of whining every time you get confronted, try realizing what's the problem. You're the problem here, Alexa. You're the only one causing this, not me, not them, you. Instead of spreading rumors and hurting others, try focusing on bettering yourself for the sake of humanity. But, yeah, Noelle, aren't you guys going to stick up for me? I'm sorry, Alexa, but she's sort of right. Yeah, you really need to better yourself instead of spreading gossip all the time. Ugh. So what? You're sticking up for that tomboy? Seems like it. Ugh. I've got to head off to class now, guys. Thank you all for your kind words. Bye now. Billy, I'm sorry. I'll just go. No, Please stay. I heard everything you said on the mic. I want to say that I'm so proud of you for revealing the truth. And I'm so sorry I didn't believe you. I shouldn't have listened to Alexa's lies. I should have known. She always plays tricks like this. If you don't forgive me for this, it's okay. I wouldn't forgive myself either. But just know that I'm so proud you were finally able to overcome everything and speak out that day and right now. You'll always be my best friend to me, no matter what.
And you'll always be my best friend too. I forgive you, Gino. Life's too short to hold grudges over little things.
Thank you so much. Oh, looky, looky. I'll leave you two alone. So, you love me, huh? Don't flatter yourself. Well, I wanted to say I don't feel the same way.
What?
I love you way more. So, I wanted to ask, Billy, will you be my girlfriend?
Of course.
3 years later.
Bryce! Bryce, my mother's jacket is missing. Please tell me you called me up here because you found it.
Yup, I'm actually the one who took it.
Are you serious? I've been freaking out looking for it for almost an hour now and you had it all this time?
Sorry, but I don't need it anymore, so you can have it back.
Yay! Thanks.
Huh? Look down.
Wait. What?
Billy, these past years we spent together have been the best 3 years of my life. We dealt with high school, college, and now we're getting our own jobs. Soon we'll be the age to be buying our own house, having our own kids, and there's nobody else in the world I'd rather do all that with than you. So, Billy, will you marry me?
Yes!
Billy! I just got your message that your jacket is missing and I've hired 3 helicopters, 2 police dogs, and a drone to go find it! Huh? Finally! Oh my gosh! I'm telling the whole town about this! I guess the prince finally swooped her in after all. So that was the Mute Tomboy Part 2 by Lily Truscott MSP. I will have Part 1 and the original in the description down below. Let me know what other gacha stories you'd like to see me react to next. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a like. And if you're new, subscribe to Gaming Mermaid or Merman. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.